was something I was missing the whole time, and I think having Victoria around, I feel like I have a home.
That was really sweet.
Corny.
That was so sweet.
I am corny.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Victoria. I am a 22-year-old woman of transgender experience, and I make mostly LGBT content here on YouTube. And today, I am joined by my lovely boyfriend, Christopher.
Hello.
You may or may not have seen us in our Truly Love, Don't Judge episode. If you haven't seen that, please go check it out. The Truly video has directed a lot of traffic to my social media, and I am so thankful for that. Thank you so much, Broadcraft Media, for pairing with us. I thought what better video to film than a reaction, so Chris and I are going to be watching our episode of Truly's Love, Don't Judge. I will link that video in the description box down below. If you haven't seen it, please pause this video, click the link, and come on back and watch our reaction. So right off the bat, the video is titled My Trans Girlfriend Doesn't Make Me Gay. And that title is great. It'll certainly get a lot of clicks. It is true. Our original agreement for the title was I Knew My Girlfriend Before Transition.
Yeah, the title of the video is, I think it's a great statement. I mean, I stand 100% by the statement. I think this video is more about Victoria than it is about me, and the title almost makes it seem like it's about me. But I 100% stand by that statement.
We're gonna have the video playing right here, so we'll be looking at it, and I will pause it to make some comments as they come.
This is Victoria. She fell in love with Chris. The couple first met in high school, but back then, both their lives were very different.
We'll get that I'm a man and he's gay.
I worry about the comments that she gets just totally
You know, I wanted to make a comment because I feel like the video definitely shows that we do get a lot of like troubling comments and that kind of stuff. But I think it's important to also recognize that like we also do have a very normal relationship and a normal life. It makes it almost seem like we're just constantly being harassed, which we do get harassed. We were just talking 2 minutes ago about this ridiculous comment she's getting on her videos. But like, we do have a very normal relationship. It's a very boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Yeah.
There's nothing abnormal. We just face that judgment when people find out about it because they're not okay with what's going on with Victoria.
Yeah, for the most part, Chris and I really don't face judgment when we go out because the people that do know us are okay with my being transgender and they don't really think twice about it. And those who don't know us don't know that I'm transgender. So it really has never been much of an issue in our relationship at all. Great intro.
That was a really cute intro.
I hate this picture.
I know you do, but I love it so much.
Goofballs. We're absolute goofballs. My name is Victoria Rose. I am a 22-year-old woman of trans experience, and I make LGBT content on YouTube. We went to high school together. We weren't super close friends, but he knew of me. We grew up in a
I love that
small
picture of you with the
town.
deer.
My transition was kind of like an art nerd, and he was
Still
in
am.
all of the sports in high school. I knew him as a very handsome jock.
A bunch of the kids that I was
I'd have kids spitting on me or throwing trash at me, yelling obscenities, telling me to go kill myself every single day. In regards to the bullying, that is 100% true. I, in high school, had a very tough time. At some point, I would love to make a video all about dealing with bullies as well as transitioning in high school. Like I said in the video, had people spitting on me, telling me to go kill myself. I had a school-endorsed scavenger hunt where one of the options on there was get a picture with a tranny. Didn't know that until people were coming up and taking photos with me. So that was really nice.
If you're a high school student or you're part of a college or you're part of a big community or like a tight-knit community, you don't have to be the biggest advocate in the world to stand up against some ridiculous bullying. I mean, I feel like my role in high school, like whenever I stood up for Victoria, and it wasn't anything crazy, it was just like, guys, cut it out. And by doing that, I was able to, at the very least, intervene.
Being young, being in high school, middle school, whatever, it can be scary to really defend someone, to speak up in favor of a whole community, especially when it's something that's so marginalized, and especially when we were younger.
Yeah.
This is before Caitlyn Jenner. This is before Laverne Cox was on the cover of Times. Like,
It really was.
something small like that can make a huge difference in somebody's life.
They eventually ended up back in their hometown, where a chance meeting on Tinder would change both their lives forever.
When I saw... So we actually met again first before we met on Tinder. They didn't include this part in the video, but the first time that we reconnected after high school, I was a waitress at a breakfast place and he was there with his friends. I was actually dating somebody. It just wasn't the right place, right time.
I didn't even live in the state. I was just
Yeah.
visiting my friends I was living in New Jersey. I was just visiting friends at school. So I didn't even live there.
Yeah, so, but I saw him there, and actually I was giving all of them their checks, and normally they would just, you know, put their card on the thing and hold it up so I could go grab it. But he actually went up to the podium to give it to me, and I was like, he's really feeling it today. It was really nice. We had a great conversation. Chris is someone where whether he's flirting with you or not, makes a lot of eye contact and is very like interested in what you're saying. Like, that's great. So it was very, it made my heart flutter. We'll say that. The first messages that Chris sent me on Tinder, and I was so nervous because I had just gotten my bottom surgery. You know, I hadn't told anyone about it yet.
I said,
I just want to say before we see this Tinder message thing that I got a lot of comments on my videos and on the Truly video saying like, they have a whole scrapbook of just their Tinder conversations? No. Our pages of our first ever messages, it's just those two pages in there, and that's it. It's a scrapbook of our relationship.
Yeah, it was a 1-year anniversary thing. Like, there's 2 pictures of the Tinder stuff and a lot of other pictures.
That would be crazy. He said, what did you have surgery on? And I said, I had gender confirmation surgery. So, and I had an emoji of a eggplant and then a taco, because I'm classy.
I found it very funny that 6 messages into us talking, the way that she described gender confirmation surgery was an eggplant to a taco. And I was like, oh, she's got a sense of humor. I was like,
I'm funny, what can I say? I'm sorry, I have a sense of humor. I feel like the surgeries that I have had got me to where I need to be mentally. Can I also just say that as we were recording that, me shuffling through my closet, I cleaned the entire house. I cleaned the whole house. The one place I didn't clean was inside my closet, because I was like, what's the chances that they would ever want to open up my closet doors? First thing, it's like, can you actually open your closet and I can film the inside of it and you shuffling your clothes around? I couldn't find anything for a week because I was shuffling things around the whole time.
I'm in love with her and you're an old friend of mine. Why does it matter what's going on with her sexually? And then you're...
I gotta say, there was one clip in an interview where we were talking about, not only are they asking about surgical status and stuff, of course they want to know how it looks, how it feels, whatever. And they say something along the lines of like, good for you, or like, wow, like that's really nice of you, to him, in the sense that like he's giving something up to be with a trans person versus a cis person. And I look at the camera and I go, don't worry, I take very good care of him. I'm doing just fine on my own, honey.
I'm not dating Victoria for some community service project. Like, I'm in love with Victoria. So it's like a very ridiculous thing for people to do that, but it happens all the time.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel.
So I hate the clips they chose.
But honestly, people can go ahead and try to invalidate me, but nobody can validate me as a woman other than me.
And I will say, like, this is one of Chris's first times being more in the public eye in terms of getting like comments and stuff. I have been on Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, since I was a teenager. So I'm very used to getting comments and hate comments and stuff and letting it just roll off like water off a duck's back. They're doing it because they either hate themselves or they're doing it for fun to get a rise out of people. And that's it. That is it. And it's always a reflection on them, not on you. So if you're watching this and you're trans and you have someone bullying you, sending you hate messages, I just want to tell you, them, that is 100% a reflection on them and not you. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Also, clearly, if their profile picture is some dumb thing that is not their face, that is barely even a real person. Like, if Joe Biden commented on your thing, maybe. I shouldn't put that. I just named a random person, but that sounds awful.
Joe Biden's like, you're fat.
Yeah, deep in your YouTube comments, like,
My only reservation, I would say, would be that other people in the family wouldn't be as accepting.
It's sad that we live in a world where someone would be worried that other people are going to have reservations with you simply because you're being who you are.
I will say, going into dating Chris, I was unsure of how his family might feel because he did come from a background of sports and things like that. So I was afraid to meet his family, but I will say they've all been incredible. You see here, Jen and Corey Lynn, they are great. Corey is one of my closest friends now. And you know, it's great. We really don't face any judgment from any of our family members.
This is the happiest I've ever seen her.
Goofy.
This is Jill, people. This is Jill. It was so hard to get Jill to be on camera, but if you have not already seen my story time of he didn't know I was trans, or any future coming story times involving crazy antics with my best friend, this is her. This is Jill. Hi, Jill.
She's happy, well-adjusted 22-year-old with a happy, healthy, well-adjusted boyfriend.
You can date somebody who's transgender and not be thought of as a weird person. You know, it's important for me to openly be in a relationship with Victoria so that people can see that it's okay. That's my hope.
Yeah, I think that's like a very extremely important point. And that was probably my most important point with the video. By you standing by your decision to be in a relationship with someone transgender, you're showing everybody the truth. That is, it doesn't make you weird. You don't have to be some crazy person to be in love with someone that's transgender. If you are openly in love with somebody, it dispels all of those myths.
And it normalizes it.
Yeah, it helps the people in your community, at least what you can do, right? We want to change the world, but we can really only change our communities and the people we're around. You can change your community's perspective of it by being like, oh yeah, no, I'm in love with Victoria. And they're like, oh, she's transgender. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But I mean, it doesn't really make a difference in why I love her. Like,
yeah, I'm his girlfriend who happens to be transgender. And that is, I think, a great way to put it, where that's the same reason why I say I'm a woman of trans experience. That I, first and foremost, am a woman. And I'm Victoria. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. And I also happen to be transgender.
There was something I was missing the whole time, and I think having Victoria around, I feel like I have a home.
That was really sweet. That was so sweet.
I am corny.
So that was the video, guys. I am incredibly happy with how it came out overall. The message that I think we want to get across is that it is completely normal and okay to date trans people. It doesn't make you gay or bi or whatever. Not that that's a bad thing whatsoever, but a relationship between a cis man and a trans woman, or a cis woman and a trans man, or a trans man and a trans woman, it's all heterosexual. And it really doesn't matter. I will say that I love and appreciate Chris so much. Not only is he such a great partner to me, but he's such a great ally to the whole community. He was heavily involved in the sports community. He was the president of National Honor Society in our high school, a very well-respected, like, man's man. His acceptance of me and having me around helped educate people and let people know that trans people are just like anybody else. And I think people get so caught up in the labels, which is why the title of this being My Trans Girlfriend Doesn't Make Me Gay. While on one hand, I am his girlfriend that happens to be trans, and who cares if he was gay? That is kind of the message we're trying to get across.
Like we said, there's no problem with being gay, but by calling me gay, you're insulting her.
Yes.
It's not that you're
her,
insulting
not him,
me.
exactly.
I have no problem with people calling me gay, but the problem is that by calling me gay, you're basically saying he.
Perpetuates the idea that trans women are just men in dresses trying to trick heterosexual men, which, as I've said innumerable times, it's 2020. They know.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the whole Truly team. It was a pleasure to have them in the house. It's crazy that we filmed for an entire day, and the video ended up being, 7 minutes long?
9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, it was a lot of filming, but it came out really great. I love everything they chose. I think the title stands out really well. A lot of the interaction we've been getting from it. I mean, our town knows about this now. It's really important that we are open about what's going on, because there's not many transgender people in the community, and it's important that our small, very conservative community gets to see that someone like me, who came from a conservative background, is totally okay with this. And it makes them see that, like, oh, maybe my preconceived, like, notions aren't necessarily true.
Again, a big thank you to Truly for giving us this platform and opportunity to help uplift the trans community and help normalize trans attraction. Bottom line, it doesn't matter if you are cis, trans, gay, straight, bi, whatever. Love is love, and love don't judge.
And I mean, imagine if I was judgmental and I never got to meet Victoria. I mean, she's changed my life, and we're extremely good partners. And God forbid I said, oh, she's transgender, I really don't want to get involved with that. I would never have this in my life. So it's important to open your eyes to the possibilities of what your life could look like, because you really don't know who's going to be that person. So why limit that to some specific criteria, you know?
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, if you have not already seen the video from Truly, I will link it down below. Please go check it out. I am so happy with how it turned out. I will also link all of my social media in the description box down below, so you can go follow me there, as well as my Amazon merch, Redbubble and Teespring, so you can go check out all of the LGBT merch that I have made just for you. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and until we see you next week, I love you. Good luck. Bye.